George, it's been an exciting season so far for the Rebels. What's been a great moment up to this point, for example?
Yeah, we had a really great opening weekend game. I think with Leeds, we showed a lot of just growth and execution and grit, because that was kind of a tough, long game. And I think we were down by quite a bit in the second set and still came back and won it. And I think that was just a really big testament to what this team can do when we put our minds to it and play at the level that we can play at.
You obviously come over from the US. What's it like playing in England compared to the United States and playing in the NCAA?
Yeah, the travel is a lot quicker, which is great. I miss a lot less school. And, just taking buses for a couple hours is a lot nicer than, I would say, traveling for days in planes all the time. So the travel days are a lot less strenuous here, which is a lot of fun. It's definitely it's a growing sport out here. So I think just kind of trying to encourage more involvement and appreciation for the sport has been fun.
Do you think it kind of helps the team maybe build as well on those kind of bus journeys, maybe down to places like Bournemouth and things like that, that gets you to gel a little bit more?
I think it's more of a long-term degenerative thing when you're constantly flying everywhere and staying in hotels. And it kind of it's not that day specifically that it affects. I think it's in the long run, you get more burnt out and drained a little bit. Especially if you have 2 away weekends back to back, then you spend 2 weeks in a hotel almost, and it's just hard.
Looking ahead to the rest of the season, what are your hopes for the season? Are you aiming for that Final Four spot? I know we spoke to a couple of the players at the start of the season, and that was the aim. Is that still the aim?
Yeah, my aim is to win it. Yes, obviously Final Four, but I think we have the ability to win it. I think we can win Bucks, we could win Super League, and we can win the Cup, and that's my goal, and that's what I've been trying to instill in these ladies. They got to the Final Four last year, which was amazing. And there was so much growth and development that already happened. So it was I'm so grateful to have been able to come in with a baseline of that already established from last year's team. And so now we can just keep continuing to grow. And I think there's been a lot of growth this season so far. And I think we could take it. So might as well aim for it and dream big, Yeah,
you mentioned that there's been some kind of good baseline in place. And now you coming in, obviously, as a new player this season, do you think it's quite hard to gel as a new player? Or do you think people like Alex Chinnery have kind of helped you gel, and obviously the girls as well that were here last year have helped you kind of grow into that team?
Yeah, usually I would say it is. I've mentioned it to a few people, especially my mom, that I really feel very comfortable here with the girls on the team. And I think that's kind of a testament to Alex and who he's committing to the team, because the girls have all been so welcoming. So yeah, of course it's a little hard to gel in practice, especially being a middle. The setter-hitter connection is so specific and so minute, so there's always kind of a bit of an adjustment period. But as far as feeling welcomed and feeling like a part of the team, it's been really easy. It's been a smooth transition.
You mentioned Alex there as well. He was one of your assistant coaches in the Global Challenge. What's that like, kind of working with him again, and also how has the kind of variation of volleyball you've experienced help you grow as a player?
Yeah, so I met Alex 2 years ago. Or 2.5 years ago, I guess, in the summer playing in the Global Challenge. I played in 2022 and 2023, I think. And so I met him in 2022. And he was our assistant coach, and it was just great fun. And it was a great environment, a lot of really good, talented volleyball girls. It's a fun tournament. And that's kind of how I learned about Volleyball England, and specifically Essex, was through Alex. And it's the whole reason why I'm here. He basically said, if you want to come play for me, I would love to have you. And I just kind of thought, wow, I would love that. Especially also getting a master's too. I was just kind of jumped on the opportunity because I loved the idea of it. And I was like, yeah, I'll come live in England for a year, get a master's, and keep playing some ball.
Looking ahead to the Super League Live match against Durham, they're obviously quite a strong team as well at the moment. What do you think the challenges you might face against that team?
Yeah, so Durham triple medaled last year, I believe. So I think that's really exciting that we get them as our opponent for the Super League Live game, because obviously they're an established team. I think we're still an established team, and we're up to our peak, working up to it. So I think that's going to be exciting to see how just the two teams compete, you know. Durham, we have some respect for Durham, but they've got to have some respect for us as well. Yeah, I think it'll be a great game, especially with, you know, Durham coming off being the champions, and I think we are hungry for the championships this year. So I think it's going to be a great game. I think that's a great matchup. We're super close head-to-head, and you've got like the North versus South rivalry going on, so I'm excited.
How would you prepare yourself mentally and physically for a big game such as Super League Live?
Yeah, with these bus rides, I love kind of listening to music or reading. I've been listening to a lot of classic rock lately. Like on my walk over to the gym, I found that if I have money for nothing, I can make it exactly on time. And so I think just listening to like music that gets you in the headspace for it, and you know, making sure you're eating well or eating what makes you happy and excited, and just kind of mentally preparing. We do a lot of scouting. We have great stats guys on our team, and so we have really good game plans going into every game. And I think a lot of teams are starting to realize that we kind of know their tendencies before they do them, and which kind of scares them a little bit. So I think that's exciting to know that we prepare so much.
And then just one last question. For those that maybe are looking to get into volleyball or maybe start playing for the first time, what advice would you give to them?
Just believing in yourself and knowing that the things that you say in your head are the most important. Whether you believe it or not, your subconscious believes it. So I think that's one of the best things and like everyone says, have the memory of a goldfish. You know, if you make a mistake, it's all right, shake it off. Everybody makes mistakes. So I think just, you know, having the belief that you can and just enjoying it and having fun, because it's a great sport.
And well, good luck for the game.
Yeah, thank you.